The first question you get asked when you walk through the turnstiles of the Legacy format is, do you play a deck that plays Force of Will, or do you play a deck that loses to Force of Will? Epitomizing the delicate dichotomy of Legacy. And while it stands as a necessary bulwark against the fast combo decks, Force of Will is commonly the worst card in critical moments of resource management. Force of Will has been an iconic mainstay of Legacy since the format's inception. It's a blue instant that allows you to counter a spell without paying its mana cost as long as you can pitch another blue card and pay 1 life. Let me set the stage. Legacy is a format known for its diverse strategies and constantly evolving metagame. It's partially comprised of powerhouse must-counter threats and degenerate combo decks, with many of those combo decks being able to win on turn 1 or 2. Force of Will is a crucial defense against these decks, running rampant all over the format. Countering any spell for 0 mana in exchange for 1 blue card is often game-changing. For some, Force of Will is an asset to the format, but for others, it's a necessary evil. Having to consider if the card you're countering is worth the 2 cards that Force of Will demands, the Force of Will and then the blue card that you're pitching to cast the Force of Will, often determines the outcome of the game. Either you successfully stopped the critical spell, or you misjudged and wasted resources. Now, playing Force of Will considers that you're going to be playing a critical mass of blue cards to be able to support its pitch cost. This requirement can influence card choices and deck composition. Legacy's backbone of Brainstorm and Ponder in most blue decks means that you won't have much trouble finding the 19 plus spells that make the optimal amount of blue spells to be supporting this card in your deck. This assumes that there are other blue cards that are worth sleeving up at that point in time. So let's address the elephant in the room. Exiling another blue card from your hand. That is not an insignificant cost, and it's often direct card disadvantage in a format that is as resource defined as Legacy. Players often drop Force of Will for more targeted utility cards out of their sideboard for games 2 and 3, especially if a free counterspell is less poignant in that particular matchup. A great heuristic for determining whether or not you should side out your Force of Wills is determining if there is a card specifically that you know you must counter in that matchup. In that case, you want to keep in your Force of Wills. But if there isn't, by all means, side those puppies out. Though Force of Will can hold its own in the main deck, especially if your deck isn't built to deal with that specific type of matchup. It's kind of a catch-all. I can't tell you how many times I've enjoyed the safety net of Force of Will when a Blood Moon has hit the stack. Now, not all Force of Wills are created equal. And so far, I've framed Force of Will as a way to stop degeneracy. But many degenerate decks in the Legacy format play Force of Will as well to force through their degenerate combos. Card disadvantage doesn't mean so much if the game is literally over, right? Force of Will is the best, worst card in Legacy. It's an essential tool to maintain format balance, but at a cost that is not always available. Whether you see it as the hero or the villain, there's no denying Force of Will's impact on the Legacy format. What's your take on Force of Will? Do you see it as a necessary asset, a strategic tool, or something else entirely? Let's continue this discussion in the comments below, but first give this video a like and subscribe if you would like to see more Legacy content like this. Thanks for watching, and may you always have that extra blue card in your hand.
Hey, thanks for watching, and check out this playlist. We've got Legacy 101 content on Brainstorm, Days, Ancient Tomb, Urza's Saga, and of course now, Force of Will. You should check it out. It's going to help you out a lot. Peace.